Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd. So yesterday, man, if you did not see the Cleveland Browns Pittsburgh Steelers game, you missed out on a crazy, I don't know if I want to say missed out because it makes it seem like it was something fun that you should have seen, but you probably already know what happened by now. Myles Garrett, Mason Rudolph, they got into a little bit of a scuffle that essentially escalated to the point where Myles Garrett removed the helmet from Mason Rudolph and then swung and hit him in the head with that helmet, which then turned into another small brawl where you have Maurkice Pouncey throwing punches and kicking Myles Garrett. So a lot of stuff really went down, but the NFL was quick with putting the foot down and coming up with a suspension. Myles Garrett is suspended indefinitely. Maurkice Pouncey is suspended for 3 games. Now, this is the longest suspension in NFL history from an on-field incident, right? But is it warranted? Do you agree with it? Do you think that Myles Garrett deserved this punishment? Because being suspended indefinitely means he will definitely miss the rest of the regular season. If the Cleveland Browns were able to put together a run and make the postseason, he will probably be suspended from that as well. He's suspended indefinitely, which then means he will have to meet with the commissioner before the start of the 2020-2021 NFL season. And he would then have to meet with him, explain what happened basically, and then be clear to come back. Now that suspension could technically linger on until next season. He could meet with them. Commissioner Goodell could say maybe 4 more games and then you could come back. We don't know what's going to happen, but that is the way he could get back into the NFL, but he has to meet with the commissioner first. But this season is a wrap for Myles Garrett, man. So a tough suspension, but when you really think about it, I could see, this is my opinion of it, of course I would like to hear your guys' opinion in the comment section below. I could see Myles Garrett, trying to push or get into a little scuffle with Mason Rudolph, because we've seen Mason Rudolph on the ground trying to remove the helmet off of Myles Garrett. So just in frustration at that point, I could see some type of scuffle going down. And I think if that just happened, the regular, we're going to push each other, put hand in the face mask thing happen, I think everybody would have been okay with that situation. But where Myles Garrett really went too far was taking off the helmet and then proceeding to swing the helmet and actually making contact with Mason Rudolph on the head, when we already know he has a history of brain trauma, right? Essentially with the concussions and stuff. So it's a very dangerous move. And when you think of all the infractions that Myles Garrett really did on one play, he unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, right? Unnecessary roughness penalty, right? He then decided to fight. He then removed the player's helmet and then used that helmet as a weapon. That's 5 infractions literally in one play that could endanger a player and his career, because we just seen a few weeks ago Mason Rudolph had to try to get carted off the field with a brain issue. So I definitely think this was a major offense. There's really no way to excuse this in my opinion, man. I could see scrapping a little bit. I think that is normal. That's going to happen in these high tense games. But what happened, and taking the helmet and hitting him, especially when you guys are already winning the game. The game was won. You guys outplayed the Pittsburgh Steelers the entire night. It's really inexcusable, man. Do I agree with the suspension? Definitely, man. I mean, of course, we don't know the full extent yet. We do know he'll miss the remainder of this season, which I think a lot of people thought was going to happen as soon as they seen what went down. They pretty much assumed he was going to be out the rest of this season, but we'll see if he gets reinstated in 2020. I'm sure he will, but now you do have to consider whether or not he will miss any games in 2020 as well. But you guys let me know what you guys think about the suspension. Do you think it was a good suspension? Do you think it should have been this long? Remember, this is a record-breaking suspension from the NFL, but they're trying to make all of those points, man, with helmet to helmet, player safety, and really just protecting the shield, right? That's exactly what the NFL does. This was not a good look, especially on national television. But you guys let me know how you guys feel about the suspension. Should it be longer? Should it be shorter? Should it have gotten suspended at all? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm interested to see what you guys think. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace.